Hello, today I want to talk to you about a word that is, a very important word if you think about explaining things in English. And I noticed because one of you guys messaged me, Marina, sent me a message saying that she was struggling with this word, and I thought, I'm going to make a video about this because there's so much I want to say, and I think a lot of people can learn from this. So I'm here to talk to you about the word eventually. The word eventually is a word that we use all the time when we're speaking English. You're going to hear it a lot, eventually. And it means like in the end, like in the future. So I'm going to give you some examples. We're going to talk about some sentences and hopefully it's going to make more sense. Real sentence about today, would you believe? Really? Finally got round to getting my brows done. Took me ages, but I knew I would do it eventually. So what I'm saying is I finally got round to getting my eyebrows done. It took ages, it took me a long time to finally get there and do it. But I knew, really, it took me ages, but I knew that I would do it eventually. Like I would do it in the future at some point. I would do it in the end. And I did. I did it eventually. Doesn't it look good? I can't understand anything. I only understand you. I watch things I can't understand. I talk to people I can't understand. Chill. Keep listening. You're going to understand eventually. Listen. The biggest problem about the word eventually, if you're Brazilian, is that you're translating in your head. You are. I know you are. That's what you guys do. You're translating in your head, and that's giving you a wrong idea about the word eventually in English. We don't use that word the same way we do in Portuguese. It's a different word. So let's please try hard to detach these two meanings, because if you can do that, you're going to be able to use that word like a pro. Maybe you'll say to me, Patty, I'm going to London for the first time. And I'll say, really? When are you going? And you'll say, I'm going in August, which is summertime, which, is amazing in London. And I'll say, yes, summer in London is fabulous, but make sure you carry a jacket on you at all times because you're going to need it eventually. It means you're going to need it in the end, at some point in the future. You're going to need it. It's England. So it might be really hot during the day, but you never know if in the evening it's going to get a bit chilly, a bit cold. So have a jacket on you because you're going to need it eventually. I was talking to a friend who's been living in London for over a decade, more than 10 years. And she said she decided that she's going to leave London eventually. And I never thought she would. So she's going to leave London at some point in the future, maybe next year, maybe in a couple of years. Eventually this is going to happen. Maybe not now, but yeah, in the future, it's probably going to be the case. I really used to not like recording videos in public. Oh my gosh, that used to be a big problem for me. I used to feel so embarrassed, exposed, speaking in front of people, just people watching, and it's in English as well. I'm in Brazil, so I start speaking English in public and people are like, I really hated it. But I have to say, eventually it got easier. Eventually, in the future, in the end, because it's not in the future because it already happened, in the end, after so much, practice, it got easier. So yeah, I used to struggle, but it got easier eventually. Talking of which, let me give you some sentences using the word eventually about things that generally eventually get easier in life. So you love sugar, right? You love it. You love sugar. You love cakes, ice cream, chocolate, all of that. And you decide to start eating healthily, which is amazing. And I'll tell you what, after months of eating healthily, eventually you're going to crave sugar less. Crave sugar. It's like, I want sugar so bad. You're going to crave sugar less. So Keep on doing it. Eventually, you will crave it less. If you're a new parent, you know, you've just had your first child, you're a new mom or you're a new dad, and you're tired because your baby keeps on waking up through the night like a billion times. You think you're never gonna sleep again, don't you? I feel you. I know exactly how you're feeling. But don't worry, babies eventually learn to sleep. Every time you have to speak English, you've got that feeling, you know, in your gut, like, it's butterflies, isn't it? It's like you feel sick almost. I promise you, keep on trying, keep on practicing, because eventually you're going to lose the fear of speaking. Eventually, in the end, one day in the future, this will happen. I don't drive. I've told you guys, right? I'm not a driver, I don't drive. I'm scared, but I'm really working on it. I am. And they say, meaning people say, right? They say that you become a confident driver eventually. And I am holding on to that belief, you know, that eventually I am going to be a very confident driver. One day, who knows? Guys, I really hope all of these examples have helped you. Let me know if you're confident using the word eventually. It is a fantastic word. I use it so much. Even my kids use it, and I never realized how important it was until Marina messaged me. So thank you so much, Marina. What a great suggestion. And see you all next week. Take care. Bye.